father of the revolutionary J. Guevara.
Hello and welcome to 2K Sports. You're watching the NBA. Friday Hoops Fest coming up next. It's Kevin Garnett and the Boston Celtics going up against Dwight Howard and the Los Angeles Lakers. And now let's toss it over to Kevin Harlan with the rest of the 2K crew. I'll catch you at the break.
Welcome, everyone, to this 2K Sports broadcast live in Los Angeles at the Staples Center. Glad to have you with us for more NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan, introducing the rest of the 2K broadcast team, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and sideline reporter Doris Burke. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Bass and KG, the big ticket, patrol the inside. Rajon Rondo and Avery Bradley out there in the backcourt. And it's Pierce in at the three. And for the Lakers, Kobe and Matt of the wings with Big Pau Gasol at the four. Nash out there with Howard.
Well, there's some very popular destinations for free agents around the league. Chicago, New York, Miami. But for me, the Lakers are still the premier market for players. You know, big city, a history of winning with the Laker organization, and fantastic weather, of course.
Now, here's Nash. And Kobe, here we go. Gets it to go.
And there's the first bucket of the game.
Yeah, that's a nice tone setter out of the gate.
Rondo kicks to Garnett. Working on Howard. Good look. Rebound the Lakers. And Steve, to follow up on your point, the whole aspect of Hollywood has always been a big lure for the Lakers as far as recruiting Clark free agents.
We've seen it over the years with all the big names they've gotten assigned in free agency. No doubt about it, the Lakers are still one of those destination teams for a lot of players in the league.
Now here's Garnett following the miss by Steve Nash. Nice fadeaway to get over the top.
He exposed a flaw in the defense. No way they're supposed to be giving him that shot.
Now we'll go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with head coach Doc Rivers.
One player he doesn't want to overlook is Pau Gasol. He said Pau has that hook shot that is nearly impossible to guard, and that most of their defense on Pau will be centered around denying him the ball and forcing him to catch it away from the basket. We'll see if they can execute that plan, guys.
All right, Doris, thanks. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Obviously, he's not afraid of physical play, but he still needs to play in control.
And he definitely wasn't in control that time. Everybody in the building knew it was an over-the-back call.
Howard, the pass to Kobe. Guarded by Bradley. That doesn't go in either for Kobe.
You know, there are a handful of great one-on-one scorers in the league, but not all of them are also great defenders. And that's what I love about Paul Pierce. When he puts his mind to it, he can shut down the opponent's best player. Not a lot of great two-way players in this league, but I'll tell you what, Paul Pierce is one of them. That's a lot of height for the defense to have to deal with.
You know what, guys? I mean, especially against a guy with his touch.
Backing down is Howard. Outside for Kobe. Over Bass. And Kobe the bucket with the assist by Howard. And going back to Paul Pierce, a two-way player, and that's part of why he's a franchise player, Clark.
Yeah, when you're trying to win it all, you want your best player to not only make plays and make shots for you at key times, but also to be one of your better defenders and give energy and passion to that end of the floor as well as the offensive end. Pierce understands what it takes to win at the highest level. You know, throughout the history of the NBA, the Celtics have been such a constant presence in the postseason that it's hard to imagine the playoffs without seeing the green. Every year the players change, but the Celtics mystique is always in it, and that team is always hanging around.
Now here's Nash. And World Peace backs down. The turnaround jumper. Count it. Here is Rondo. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. There's the dish to Pierce. Pierce gets the screen from Bass. Celtics passing it around. Puts up the baby hook. KG, that's good. Garnett's got 6. It's really the mark of a great franchise. Boston expects great things from the Celtics each year, and more often than not, Steve, they deliver.
Yeah, you don't get all those banners that they have in that building without executing in the postseason. That's what this Celtics team has done the last few years. They play together, they've played hard, they defend, and they're at their best when their best is needed.
Working on Howard. Shot left block, and again, Kevin Garnett. 8 points for him. So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. And the Lakers with some changes. Jordan Hill, he's checked in for Howard. Jamison comes in for Pau Gasol. And Steve Blake is subbed in for Steve Nash. The Celtics also changing it up. Sullinger's checked in for Bass. Green comes in for Paul Pierce. And it's Terry in for Avery Bradley. And again, the Lakers no good. The Celtics with the lead. Outside Rondo. Blake with the steal. Passes it to Kobe. World peace on the way. Hill inside. Working on Green. That's good. 6 points for Kobe Bryant. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Give and take, back and forth, the whole way thus far.
Yeah, 6 lead changes already, and as Rasheed Wallace once said, both teams playing hard, my man. That's going to be important for this team to fight over the top of screens defensively.
Yeah, you got to tag him and stay right close to him because with his touch, he doesn't need much space to get his shot off.
Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Hill. Clark comes in for Antoine Jamison. Jody Meeks, he's checked in for Meta World Peace. And it's Nash in for Steve Blake. Paul Pierce is checked in for Boston. Avery Bradley comes in for Rajon Rondo. 6 to shoot. It's Terry outside. It's Clark with the rebound. And here comes Nash. Looking for his first bucket of the game. Meeks, good. 9 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Terry dishes to Pierce. Good if it goes. And that's not going to go. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Lakers lead by 1. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
It was pretty impressive the way they moved the ball, made the extra pass, and found open shooters that whole quarter.
Yeah, it's been a complete team effort out there. Great to watch.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Taking a look at the Lakers. Gasol at the 4, with Howard in at the 5. Nash out there with Jody Meeks, and it's Clark in at the 3, the small forward.
I'll tell you, it had been some time coming, but really last year the dominant core that the Celtics had been built around started to show their age at times. Well, he's an intimidating finisher around the basket, Kevin. The thing you have to do defensively is try to push him off the block, not let him get deep position. But that is easier said than done, that's for sure.
And Steve, you know what? He's powering through guys better now, playing through contact, but he's also starting to polish up his post move. So it's not just simply about him throwing it down, which he does with force and regularity. He's starting to add a little finesse to that power package, too.
The Lakers trail. And the Celtics, Steve, as you mentioned, they seem to realize that their window is closing as the team got older. In fact, there is some age on there, and hopefully they can navigate that and play a few more years together.
Yeah, well, at the trade deadline, they explored a lot of options to maybe try to get younger, to bring some youth in, but they decided to stick with it. Had a strong playoff, and now a new-look roster. Some new pieces, but still equipped to compete.
A platoon swap here for the Lakers. Then for the Celtics, Kevin Garnett. He's checked in for Sullinger. Bass comes in for Paul Pierce. And it's Avery Bradley in for Jason Terry.
Points in the paint have been the main course, or main entree, if you will. They just keep pounding it inside.
Now they're seeing no resistance defensively in the paint area, so the defense has got to be tougher.
Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, guys, I think it's accurate to call the Dwight Howard situation a saga, and it has, at least for the moment, calmed down. A trade to the Los Angeles Lakers has now thrust them squarely into the championship picture. First, the acquisition of star point guard Steve Nash, and now the best center in the league. The tough Western Conference just got tougher. Kevin?
The story of the offseason, no question. Thank you, Doris. Here's Kobe. They grab their own miss. Here's Jamison, and finally they hit one.
And hard work on the boards, guys, leading to that putback.
Outside Rondo. Garnett with the screen for Rondo. That's good.
That's 4 of their last 5 buckets now coming in the paint area.
And they're in attack mode right now, barreling in there with bad man intentions.
Rajon Rondo is one of those players who's capable of putting up crazy numbers offensively. Last season he had a game where he had 15 points, 20 assists, and 15 rebounds. I don't know if anybody else in the league can do that kind of thing.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Hill. Clark comes in for Antoine Jamison. And it's Nash in for Steve Blake. Pierce against World Peace, and that one's good by Pierce. You know, you mentioned that statistical feat for Rondo, the 15, 20, 15 game. He's one of only 3 players in league history ever to do it.
Yeah, and he's had some of his biggest, most impactful games, Kevin, in the playoffs, which is even more impressive. On any given night, he can simply take over a game, and he can do it without scoring.
Celtics leading by 4. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. And Pierce backs in. Again, Pierce missing. Lakers have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter.
You know, the Lakers have long been the pride of the West for the better part of the century, but every so often they can hit tough stretches, and last year they had a hard time with the East.
And the basket by Kobe.
You know, he got one step ahead of the defense on that one. Excellent job.
A 3-ball. That's good from Paul Pierce on the assist by Terry. That's 7 points for Paul Pierce.
And what I love about him, Kevin, is the supreme confidence he has at the offensive end of the floor. And he just seems to want the big shot with the game on the line.
And his focus when he's shooting, really impressive. I mean, he doesn't get rattled, very composed. Even when the defense is right on top of him, he's still able to knock down shots.
Yeah, they just couldn't do what the rest of the Western Conference playoff teams did against the East. And the Lakers, Steve, were 9 up and 9 down, right at 500.
Yeah, kind of surprising, given that the East was the weaker conference for sure. I would have expected a better record from the Lakers. They really got off to a slow start, particularly on the road. And I think that cost them a little bit at the end.
Yeah, we're now starting to see them get some high percentage shots in the paint.
Yeah, that's 5 of their last 6 buckets inside the lane, so they're getting really high percentage looks down there.
Backing down is Bryant. Rebounded by the Celtics. Sellinger's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Terry outside. The 3. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And that concludes the first half. It's the Celtics. They lead by 7. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Welcome, I'm Damon Bruce. A great game going on out at Staples Center. Boston leading against the Lakers. One look at their field goal percentage says it all. They're scoring at will. Getting it done early, Kevin Garnett. No secret he can carry the team with his offense. And for the Lakers, they've been battling. And give them credit defensively, they're boxing out, controlling their defensive backboards. Kobe off to a good start. Dwight Howard has also been a big contributor. That'll be it for the halftime report. The second half is coming right up. Hope to see you next time.
And now we return to the action here at the Staples Center in the heart of downtown LA. Look at Kevin Garnett. What a contribution.
Yeah, he's done a great job of finding the soft spots in that defense. A very efficient game for him so far.
Yeah, and I like what he's done, Steve. I mean, he's made a couple of jumpers here or there, but what he's really done impressively is allow the game to come to him.
On the court right now for the Celtics, Bradley and Pierce fill out the wings. Bass and KG, the big ticket, patrol the inside. And it's Rondo in at the 1 spot. Clock at 6. It's Pierce on the wing, covered by World Peace.
Well, it was an eventful season for Pau Gasol a year ago. Almost got traded before the season started for Chris Paul. The NBA rescinded the deal. And Pau then went on to play for the Lakers the remainder of the season, but did not make the All-Star team.
Pierce with the steal. And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Gentlemen, for the last 2 seasons, the Boston Celtics have been the worst offensive rebounding team in the league by percentage. They were 3rd worst in 2010. You might think it's by design, that they're more focused on transition defense, but according to Doc Rivers, that's not the case. That's been one of the biggest misunderstandings about our team. We've always told our bigs, if you're under the basket and we shoot, how about going to get it? Guys, the numbers don't lie.
Well, Doris, being a jump-shooting team, probably less chances, but that's their identity. Going back to Pau last season, it wasn't just the one trade that got overturned. It was constant trade rumors all season long. Remember, Kobe Clark came out and said, either trade him or don't trade him, but don't keep putting his name out there because it's disruptive to the team. He said that halfway through the season. They eventually kept him, of course. I think it weared on everybody, but obviously Clark, it weared on Pau.
Yeah, it did. It had to, man. That's tough. It's hard not to have it wear on you a bit. The Lakers weren't getting a ton of production outside of their big 3, and sometimes in a situation like that, it can make sense to trade one of your very good players, but the fact that they were undecided and it didn't happen and it was just kind of hovering didn't do anybody any good.
Timeout called the Lakers.
With the Lakers, it's all about winning titles. Anything else is considered a disappointment, and they were tested early, though.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. World Peace with it. Now Pierce defending. Howard goes up and lays it nice and easy. Howard's got 6 points. Go back to that matchup for the Lakers against Denver. Kobe's illness. Had the stomach flu. Artest out with the suspension. Meta World Peace. Had gotten the late regular season suspension with the elbow to the side of the head of James Harden. Steve, they were certainly facing their struggles.
Yeah, and those struggles caught up to them in the next round, Kevin, when they lost to the Oklahoma City Thunder, a younger, more talented team winning in that one. So for the Lakers, moving forward, they've got a lot of talent, but it's aging talent. And sooner or later, they're going to have to get younger on that roster.
Here's Kobe, following the score by Kevin Garnett. Kobe kicks to Howard. Over Garnett. Here's Nash, and he drops it in following the offensive rebound.
Well, he's been scoring pretty well on just a few attempts. It might help them out if he was a bit more assertive.
Rondo kicks to Bradley. He feeds it to Bass. Back to Bradley. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Kobe Bryant gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Jordan Hill, he's checked in for Howard. Jamison comes in for Pau Gasol. Jody Meeks, he's checked in for Meta World Peace. And Steve Blake is subbed in for Steve Nash. The Celtics also changing it up. Sullinger's checked in for Garnett. Green comes in for Brandon Bass. And it's Terry in for Avery Bradley. It's stolen by Sullinger. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. He dishes it to Pierce. .116 left in the third. Pass to Sullinger. Back to Pierce. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
He's laboring out there right now, guys. The shot has not been... Oh, my goodness. What a huge play.
The defense caught dozing off that time.
Those open dunks, pretty high percentage.
Yeah, you're not going to miss many of those. I mean, this is really a poor defensive effort.
And that was Sprite bringing you the close-up on that big-time play. Shot by Terry, no good.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, they were very lucky defensively because there was some miscommunication there. They left him wide open.
Now here's Terry, following the miss by Kobe Bryant. Terry, the pass to Sullinger. And he slams it in one-handed.
Pretty significant lapse there on the defensive end, guys.
Yeah, those are the ones, you just can't allow that.
No, if you're giving up dunks and layups defensively, you're in huge trouble.
Blake with it. He's covered by Rondo. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Shot from the wing. And Kobe the bucket with the assist by Blake. And that's 12 points for Kobe Bryant.
His offensive game is so refined, guys. Extremely well developed in just about every aspect.
And it's Rondo penetrating. He got it up. And he beat the buzzer. But it's no good. The third quarter comes to a close. Celtics lead by 5. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. While we're still getting underway here in the fourth, let's go down to Doris Burke, who has our Sprite Uncontainable Game Report. Doris?
And Kevin, for that great stretch the Celtics put together, they get the Uncontainable Game Award. It was an extremely stingy defense in the second period that got them this lead. Coach has to be pleased with their effort and wants to see more of it to close the game.
Doris, thank you. That was quite around the head, quite exemplary of what we think of when we think about that turning point. Definitely a Sprite Uncontainable Game moment.
Yeah, you won't get any argument from me, Kevin. It was as big a factor in this game as anything. You know, when a team builds up that much momentum, it just becomes so hard to turn the tide back around.
Yeah, Steve, they just kept the throttle down. They sensed an area of weakness and then just continued to exploit it, never letting up.
So with Kobe sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Mike D'Antoni right now. Meta World Peace and Powell are the forward tandem. Steve Blake is out there with Nash, and it's Howard in at the center position. Garnett is guarded by Howard. Terry against Nash. Fires for 3, and Jason Terry with the 3. And the Celtics lead by 6.
Man, they are both lighting it up here.
Exciting basketball, Steve. I mean, it's been back and forth, each side dropping in points every chance they get.
And around him with the drop step. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Feeds it to Bradley. Beyond the arc. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
That's a defensive let-up right there. I mean, they've got to close down on him quicker when he's in three-point range.
And the Lakers call time here. And look at Kevin Garnett. What a contribution.
He's definitely rolling offensively. You might not be able to stop him, but you've got to find a way to contain him.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Hi, guys. I had a chance to find out what Mike D'Antoni was discussing with his players. He told the squad, now is the time when we turn it on and leave them in the rear view mirror. It won't be easy, but guys, I know we can put them away. Let's see if they can deliver, Kevin.
How about the nice, exquisite timing on that alley-oop? Well done.
Yeah, 2 teammates in total sync right there. You're right.
Very harmonic.
Oh, man, it was beautiful. The pass was delivered right to the hoop. Set up that jam.
Here's Pierce, following the basket by Dwight Howard. Pierce dishes to Rondo. Pierce with it, picked up by World Peace. The drive by Rondo. And Bass kicks to Pierce. Pierce gets the screen from Bass. Pierce against World Peace. Tries again. That drops. And that's 13 points for Paul Pierce.
Well, for him, that finger roll is almost second nature. That's a tough shot for most players.
And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
Now, severe lack of awareness on his part. He had no idea he was near the out-of-bounds line.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Outside Rondo. Pass with a screen for Rondo. The feed to Terry. He passes it to Garnett. Shot clock at 6. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. 4 on the clock. Rondo. Over Nash. Another miss by Rondo.
Boy, for my taste, he's far too inconsistent with that shot. I mean, he's got to make those if he's going to take his game to the next level.
Howard. Terry covering. Howard, the pass to Nash. Outside, Kobe launches a 3. Good, and the assist goes to Nash. Nash has got 3 assists now in this one.
I'm sure that's a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in the first half.
Now here's Rondo. Garnett with a screen on Nash. The drive by Rondo. Pierce. Right side, Pierce. Hammers it home.
Finish there that we almost never see out of him.
I don't know why not. Clearly, he's got it in him.
And it could be he just doesn't get the chance very often. He's not really their first option.
Avery Brand, he's checked in for Jason Terry. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Rondo with it. Kicks it to Bradley. The pass to Garnett. Working on Howard. Shot clock at 5. And Garnett misses.
And it is very dangerous to leave him open like that. Lucky break for the defense that he missed it.
Now Nash on the wing, Kobe. Kobe gets a screen from Howard. Fires top of the key. Sinks it. And now they trail by just 4.
He's been producing all night. It's up to the rest of his team to start kicking in a little bit.
Outside Rondo. Dishes it to Pierce. Covered by World Peace. Good luck. Again, Pierce missing.
Can't get a much better look than that, though.
Sure can't. Not one you'd expect him to miss there.
Nash kicks to Kobe. Shoots over Bradley. Here's Howard. Yes!
Boy, it's a scary sight when Howard starts lighting it up like this.
Great job getting to the bucket and getting to the free throw line. You know, when the game's close, you want your guys attacking just like that.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
And that's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yep, you got to extend the game here. Try to keep that clock from moving.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. Second one is good. They both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
And those free throws will make things very hard on them. Only a 3 will send them out.
There's 21 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. The shot no good. Good D by Rondo. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here. Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So it gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
And thanks to those free throws right there, it becomes a 2-possession game.
Here's Kobe. Kevin Garnett grabs the miss. And they go to the intentional foul. And he misses the first one. And he does get the second one. And that increases their lead to 6. And low to Howard. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
That is not a difficult pass. You'd think they could keep it in bounds.
So it's the Boston Celtics with the W. They paid off this week, Clark, with respectable performances on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, I think it was just really a nice overall effort, Kevin.
Now it's time to say so long. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Norris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Paul Pierce.